good? All right.
We are.
What's up, everyone? This is Non-Fungible Guys, and we're Oh my god. Damn it.
There's no retakes.
There's no. All
That's
right.
exactly how it's gonna go.
We're here to talk about NFTs, crypto, whatever else we want to get into.
What's the name of the podcast, Ryan?
Non-Fungible Guys.
It's NFG.
NFGs.
Okay. All right.
There we go. Neither one of us can make it through the intro.
No, never. But that's okay. That's the thing. That is the intro. It's different every single time.
Yeah.
Just like the Simpsons couch.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go. So how do we do this?
Well, usually we start off with what'd you get into this week?
Is that you asking me that?
Yeah. Or do you want to ask me what I did?
No. You can ask.
Devon, what did you do this week?
Well, let's think.
I'm your host, Ryan.
I know, right? Yeah. I'm trying to think. I'm like, okay. It wasn't really, it wasn't that exciting. Actually, every friggin' week is exciting in the crypto and NFT world. This week, I added to my NFT collection, and I ended up picking something up. What did I buy? I bought a Derp Bird, and it was good. The Four Horsemen came together. Did I bring that up, or who brought that to the group? I was trying to remember, and I was like,
I made the joke, I think, last week that we were the Four Horsemen, but we definitely do not call ourselves.
What do we call? We can't even. No, we can't say that name. That's
We have a crypto group chat. I guess you want to.
Yes.
We'll leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that, and that's where all of this was born from. But how did we find out about the Derp Bird NFT?
That is a great question.
So part of me thinks that I brought it to the group, but I don't bring many of the projects to the group. So I'm like, there must have been someone else. But part of me is thinking I found it, but then I'm like, I don't know. So either way,
I'm not willing to take the time to go look.
No, that group chat's ridiculous. Yeah, you stay off the chat for one day and you're 700 messages. Or, well, no, that was me. I decided to take a 3-day break and 700 messages in the hole. Okay, so Derp Birds. NFT, it's a Cardano project. Surprise, surprise. The Twitter handle is at Derp Birds NFT. 10,000 hand-drawn Cardano-based NFT collectibles, each unique and special in their own derpy way. They've got a Discord. The Discord was pretty good. The moderators and the team seemed like they were actually like, wow, why did I just have a brain fart? They were actually active, and there was I think about when I got into initially, there was 3,100 members. As of today, September 20th, there's about 4,000, and the website, of course, Series 1 sold out, but it was all right. So we went in and got it, and I bought a Derp Bird and got a basic common bird that has nothing exciting. I should actually look that up. Where's my Pool.pm? Where is that?
So in the Cardano world,
right?
Because there's no OpenSea or anything, nothing, all the smart contracts, everything it's still early phases. You have to go to Pool.pm.
Yeah.
You throw in your Yori wallet or a Nami wallet or whatever Cardano wallet ID, throw it in there, and then you're able to view all your NFTs that you've purchased with that wallet.
Pool is good because it lists the attributes. We also use NFT Craze Gallery Viewer or whatever.
Yeah, it's an app. I think it's on Google and Apple, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and that one is just put in your wallet address, and it shows you the visual representation of what you have. If you have an NFT, it's likely an image, so it'll show you a picture of your NFTs. But you won't see attribute information. You'll just see that you have it.
You just have to hit the info button.
So
see, he learns something new every week.
The funny thing is, I literally thought that you couldn't do that. I thought it was just in Pool.
No,
and also Burns doesn't know that you can do that, because we talked about that today, and he's like, you gotta go to Pools to see your attribute information.
Oh, well, you guys are both wrong. You just hit the info at the top right.
What does that button look like?
There's a little it's an eye in a circle.
But what does the I stand for?
Info? That's my crazy guess.
This guy's a genius.
And then it says token metadata, and then it tells you your back, your base color, your beak face, body color.
What do you have? Actually, you know what? Let's talk about your collection. What do you?
I also bought a Derp Bird. I got a scarce Derp Bird, which is it goes common, uncommon, scarce, rare, and then there's 3 other. So mine's the third tier.
Mine is the most common, is in the worst.
Yeah. So I also ended up buying, I don't know if I bought it before the last podcast, but I ended up buying a Cardoggo.
Wait. What are the attributes of your bird?
Of my bird.
I actually want to know
to
just
that?
for my own. Yeah.
Okay, so my attributes for mine. The back is corpo.
Mine is magic.
Base color is fuchsia.
Same.
Beak face is redneck.
I have an astro.
Body is astro.
Okay. Dave.
Color is orange.
Mine is Dave is like literally depicted as just a
I
t-shirt.
think that's the most basic guy.
Yeah,
That's like John Smith and
yeah,
names.
pretty much. Mine's blue for the color.
Ears is ninja.
Astro for me.
Eyes buff.
Magic.
Head Viking.
Ninja.
Rarity scarce.
Common.
Score 710.
I'm 1055.
So as far as I know, I think the lowest score is like 60, and then the highest is whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know how high.
Like 10,000 or something.
Something like that. So,
but this is Series 1, so I mean,
ground floor for early NFTs on Cardano.
Series 1 common will be better than supposedly, if the project goes, better than Series 2 common, perhaps, right?
That's everything when it comes to NFTs is a crapshoot in the sense that who knows if this takes off. Again, we bring it up every week.
Yeah.
Rug pulls. You know what I mean? Like now Cardano people on Discord make the joke, "Oh, you got coco locoed."
Right.
Because of that YouTube guy. I don't know much about him. I just know they were called Coco Loco.
Yeah.
And he sold a crap load of NFTs and basically pulled the rug and ended the.
Was this a pineapple?
They're like pineapple heads or something.
Okay, you told me about this. Yes.
And it's become you've been Coco Locoed,
right?
Which basically means an NFT gets dropped, everyone buys into it, and then there's no roadmap. It doesn't go anywhere. It's just a profile picture at that point.
Right. And there's no
inherent value to it after that. There's no utility to it. So it's just like, it's like you and me releasing a podcast NFT and then never doing anything with it.
Or never having another episode.
That's better.
What it is. Yeah.
That's
never
better.
having another episode, having no Twitter, and not doing anything.
We just ghost them.
Basically ghost it.
They do the walk of shame and we take off riding in the sunset.
Pretty much.
With our money.
Speaking of which, follow us on Twitter. What is our handle? We should say this every week. Non-fungible guys. That's the podcast. That's our Twitter handle, right?
I believe so. I should know this.
I
haven't used Twitter in 3 years. So
the level of unpreparedness that we arrive to this is
beautiful.
Is the beauty and the fear that we approach this with. And
so
we do that for you.
I should have brought this up to you. We are at non-fungible guys. Do we want to add the podcast at the end of that, or just leave it
I like it. Leave it. Podcast is in the name, the profile.
It is in the name.
It's fine. It's cool.
So we are at non-fungible guys.
And if you look at the profile picture, it's one of those if you know things. So,
yes,
there you go.
Definitely.
But okay, so Coco Loco. That's cool. That's like, well, it's not cool. It's funny. That's like
a lot of people were mad, and that guy gave out a lot of refunds. I think he gave everyone their money back and let them keep the NFT. Huh. So I guess there's inherent value in the fact of you got Coco Loco, but you know what? It's funny. It's like a thing to be like, I was part
ridiculous.
of it.
They look disgusting. They look like tapeworms.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I did this week. Bought a Derp Bird, and I did a bit of travel. Other than that, what did you do?
Just been recouping from my knee still.
Right.
And then sitting on Discord and searching the world for NFTs. I ended up buying it's a Cardano poster it was an icon project. The artist is New Mindflow. They did the Tribbles.
Yes, they did.
So they came out. Yeah, they came out and it was like 3 posters, and you could buy one of 3. I didn't have much Cardano at the time, so I went with their lower poster. I got a common, but I figured, you know what, if we ever get to this metaverse and we get into being able to, you know what, it's a cool little poster. It's what's his name, the Hoskins or
Hoskinson?
Yeah, Hoskinson's. I don't even know what it is, to be honest.
Charles Hoskinson, the creator of.
I'm trying to remember what's it look like to you? It's red and blue, and is it like the shadow of Hoskinson or one of the...
No, I don't know what that looks like. It looks like a fractal. Some sort of...
Yeah, it's something.
like diagram...
Anyway, it's cool art.
It looks cool, though.
It's cool art.
Cool.
I also bought a Derp Bird.
Yeah.
I did buy a Cardoggo on their main drop there.
How did that go? Tell me about that.
The drop was actually pretty easy.
Okay, so is this Cardoggo new or is this series?
This is Series 1. They just started it. So the reason I wanted to jump on it, they don't look the great. To me, like, even CryptoPunks look so stupid, but god damn, they're worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
So it's very pixelated, and it's like, they look stupid. I wasn't going to do it, but then I was like, you know what? Their first drop was only going to have 2,000 dogs. So I was like, for 20 Cardano, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I jumped in on the drop day, and I got lucky. I got, I got lucky and I got one.
Yeah.
But they kind of took off a little bit over the weekend. The mint was like 20, and I ended up selling mine for 275 Cardano.
Oh, snap. That's not bad.
No, it's not bad. I mean, for whatever, 6 days worth of I didn't do anything. I bought it, sat on it, and made 255 more Cardano than I spent. So, I mean, the return on
this time, actually, Cardano just went down a little bit. I think it's trading at $2.66 or something, or 70. But like a couple weeks ago,
Canadian,
that is. A couple weeks ago, it was like 3 something. But what does that translate
on the
to?
weekend? It was 310.
Right.
So it's dropped like 50 cents over today alone. But the whole market of crypto in general has gone down.
Yeah. So is that your strategy? What's your? I know like what we're doing, but just kind of like to outline it for my dad who's listening. What's your?
I try and
strategy?
get in early on like a series. Like, obviously, all we do is talk about Cardano right now because it's still early. Smart contracts,
and it's the most popular cryptocurrency in the world. Let's not forget that. There's a lot of fanboys, and people are like, "Oh, it's only Cardano. That's what everyone's talking about." And there's some people that are obviously like contrarians that want to talk about something else, which like that's fine, Solana or whatever. But like Cardano is the most popular one. There's no reason.
It's the cool kid in town right now.
Yeah, and it's crypto 3.0. So like, yeah. Okay.
So I'm trying to invest in early NFTs, and if they pop off, sell and make the problem is are you diamond hands or paper hands? I don't have the bankroll to sit on things for a long time.
Right.
I spent 20 and I sold at 275. I think by the end of that day, it was up to 400 Cardano. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I still screwed myself out of a few coins, right? Like, when I was looking at selling that morning, Saturday morning, I was only looking at 155, and I was like, "Damn!" And then I forgot about it. I went out, cut the grass, whatever, did my husbandly duties outside, and came back in. I was like, "Oh shit!" It's like 275, and then it looked like
at that point you're just like, "Done deal." It's been a good day.
Well, yeah, for sure, man. That's $800 I was selling it for at the time,
it's true.
And I spent 60. So it's like return on. I did nothing. I did nothing to do that.
Yeah. Well, honestly...
here's the other thing about the Cardoogos is whoever was the first one to mint those 2,000, every single person that minted one...
Oh, this is the one you were talking about.
...earned 5% royalties for life of the sale of that Cardoggo.
Right.
So I looked at it as, okay, it's 275. Someone buys it from me. If it goes up to 500, they sell it.
Yeah.
And it just snowball effects and it keeps selling.
But you get
I'm
5%.
Getting 5% of every transaction.
Right.
It's passive income.
Yeah, totally.
For me doing nothing.
You know what? This was on Saturday. Mm-hmm. I actually do remember this one. I was on a beach. I was on the beach.
With the family.
Was chilling out, listening to music, reading a book. And I was like, I just need to unplug. And now I'm like, darn it, I probably should have checked this one and been like, let me just send that wallet. Okay, good call. This has been a good week. Good week. But you know what? That's because a lot of people are like, how are people making money? Like, sure, you hear the stories of like the millionaire or the
you hear the CryptoPunks and Bored Ape Yacht Club.
But like that's the sensational stuff that makes the news and like is easy to talk about. But that slow, boring, unsexy life that Ryan's living of buying a project and being like cool and flipping it without even worrying about if he's diamond hands or paper hands, like no problem there. That's the unelegant way, slow to grow while you're still having fun, discovering projects, and we should follow this account. Just followed. All right, sweet.
There you go.
Good stuff. That's a nice swing around.
Yep. I was having fun with it, and then ended up selling, and I was a little upset because it went up so much higher after, but then now it's down to, I think, 200 or 2. Yeah, I think it's down to 200, the floor price for one.
It's funny because when you look at their Twitter, they don't like I obviously I didn't hop into this project. Did you go into their Discord at all?
I was on the Discord. That's where I was doing all. To be honest, I don't know why I pulled the trigger.
Nice.
It was just I was looking at it, I was chatting, and I was like, and then I was like, okay, there's only going to be 2,000. What sold me was the 5% royalties, which I haven't seen anything of it. From what I know, it's a sore subject on their Discord. Everyone keeps asking about it, but I guess it hasn't been implemented yet.
Well, yeah. Well, it's interesting because like their Twitter does not have a crazy amount of like they've got 800 followers. They're not like, where's their Discord number like looking at?
Give me a second, keep talking, and I'll
yeah. So I don't know. It just doesn't seem like they fit the bill of what we've talked about in the past episodes of like you look for an active community Discord that's really vibrant and having like a roadmap that's like going somewhere. So
total. Sorry to cut you off.
No, it's all good.
Total doggos on their website or their Discord is 1,000 or 1,240 people.
Yeah, this is like a small project.
Yeah, it is. And peak online was 402.
Yeah, and also I don't see anything. Yeah, this is the one where okay. Now that I'm taking a look at this, I'm like, I remember seeing glimpses of this through the group chat. And I look at this and I'm like, this is the one where they just posted the whole list of their rarity and they have zero roadmap.
Yeah, that was the thing for me. But then after their drop, that's what happened too, is after their drop and after I sold, I just noticed right after I sold, the roadmap came out. And they want to introduce breeding. It was on their Discord.
Okay,
I don't know if they tweeted about it.
Because on the website, there's nothing here about that.
Yeah, on their Discord, they released a roadmap, and it has like breeding and all that. And because I had sold and I was butthurt that they just released it, I haven't read it yet. But it's a cool project. Unfortunately, if you didn't mint one of the first 2,000, you don't get the royalty. Yeah, it's only those first 2,000. Yeah.
So let me ask you this.
I'll let you know if I ever get any royalties from it.
Would you, knowing what you know now, would you kept or would you have still sold?
I probably would have. Well, hindsight's 20. I would have sold.
You still,
I still would have sold because you know what? I probably would have waited till that night instead of that afternoon. Yeah. But you just never know. Like I said, I knew.
I can't believe you pulled the trigger on this project. Like I would not have pulled the trigger on this at all.
I just figured for 20 Cardano, like what?
That's true.
Now, mind you, I say, it's only 20 Cardano. It's still 60 Canadian dollars at the time. It was still 60 Canadian dollars. But I've already bought my Cardano. I invested early when the coin was like $1.25. So it's like, okay, I'm spending.
It's not the same for you.
It's not the same for me. And that's where you get these people that are on Ethereum or Bitcoin or all that. It's like, holy crap, someone just spent 35 Bitcoin or whatever. Yeah, but they bought those Bitcoin when it was $1
or $10 or whatever.
$10 or $100, right?
Yeah.
They didn't expect it to go to $50,000 a coin.
Good point.
So, like you said, your friend bought that Ethereum. He's like, I got a couple.
Yeah, he's got 4 of them, and he's just like, I guess that's worth some money now. But like,
you give 4 ETH to someone that's creating their own NFT. That's a lot of money for someone. But to them, it was like, I spent $400. Yeah. Now I got this cool thing.
Good point. Have you looked into Solana at all?
No, I have not.
I have not. And I was thinking, I was like, should we be diving in? To be honest, right now, I feel like I am very, very well loaded with all the information that we need to take in. Like, I don't have any room for anything else right now. I'm still just trying to figure this stuff out. Like, well, I mean, we've got it figured out. I think what we're trying to do is assess the projects and keep up with the drops and whatnot. But like Solana is obviously pretty popular, more so in the US.
Yeah.
Cardano is obviously the most popular in the world right now, but like Solana, like I think there's one thing that stuck out to me. I saw it in the news recently. So they have Audius, which is basically a streaming platform for music, like Spotify, I think of something like that.
Yeah.
And they struck a deal with TikTok. So they're looking to get artists because, of course, like this artist thing, it's not just like artwork, it's music and all that. So they're trying to incentivize these artists because it's like they can have this creator, this artist kickback fee built right into the platform right away. It's based on blockchain. And of course, if they connect with TikTok, which has like, I don't know, 1 billion users or whatnot, that's kind of, so because I'm trying to think about overall, when it comes to NFTs, when it comes to cryptocurrency, when it comes to blockchain technology, it's not going anywhere. But what projects are not going anywhere? Which projects are going to stay is what I spend most of my time thinking about. And then I missed Cardoggo drops and whatnot. But I'm fine with it because like when I look at Solana, I'm like, okay, this I think this one's going to stick around. I also think Cardano is going to stick around. Solana has Solana Art, which is their NFT place. There's Degenerate Ape Academy. Have you heard of that one?
I think I have, but
right, it's like,
I haven't looked into it.
It's kind of funny because you'd think like, how would something like this? We talked about this when we talked about what's the one? Bitfinance or whatever? Binance. Wow.
Nobody goes to their Binance.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But
yeah.
they have the same sort of deal. But like Degenerate Ape Academy looks like such a copy, but it's actually taking a ton of crypto market share away from the Bored Apes. Like it's pretty crazy. They have SolSea, which what I love about Solana is like they're so like in the face. They're like, there's OpenSea for Ethereum, and Sol's like, yeah, we're just gonna call ourselves SolSea. Like, you know what we're about. We're coming for you, and I kind of like that about them.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I guess with Cardano, like I'm okay. Am I a fanboy? I don't think so, but I also don't care if I am or if I'm not.
We're knowledgeable in that world of how to download a wallet.
Yeah.
Purchase, like a drop is not as easy as just clicking a button and saying mint or buy.
It's not. Yeah.
It's literally click. Okay, you've got it. Here's our address. Here's the amount of ADA you need to send us.
Yes.
Now you got to go into a wallet, go to send, put their address in, put in the right amount of ADA, and then send it off, and then wait.
And if you do anything wrong in that process, your money has evaporated.
Which we should actually bring up.
Yes, we should.
Your FOMO that happened earlier this week.
I totally made. And you know what? I'll air it out. I'm totally fine with that because if I'm not here to educate on my failures, then whatever. So I don't remember the project, but I was trying. I wanted to. You guys were about to pick up something, and I was like, okay, I'm running. You know what it was? It was because it was connected to the metaverse. It was Cardano's tower or Cardano. It was
the
Cardano
Rocket
Tower.
thing?
Yeah, by Rocket.
Yeah, let me look it up while you
whatever
talk.
They're called.
Go ahead.
And basically, and here's the thing, and no shade to the company. What's the company name?
Beyond Rockets.
Beyond Rockets.
They were having a drop, and it's a metaverse apartment thing.
Yeah, and we were, of course, we're not exactly sure how it's going to connect with the metaverse, but most NFTs will connect to some metaverse in some sort of way. But they had some delays on the launch and whatnot, and it was Cardano Tower by Beyond Rockets, and it was like, okay, on their website, it was like buy it, and it had the address and whatnot, and it was like,
I think it was limited. I think it was only like 100.
It was very limited.
100 apartments, and if you want to call it.
It looks really cool. The artwork's nice. I like the apartments. It's like Cardano City, but like it looks really cool. And I was like, and you guys were like, okay, we're about to do this, and I was like, cool. I come in late, and I didn't catch up with the feed, of course, and I wasn't in the Discord. I just joined, but I didn't read it yet because I was like, I'll read it. And you had actually said, guys, remember, use the URI wallet and whatnot. And because I didn't see that, I just sent it from a different wallet and the money evaporated.
Well, it's not that you sent it from a different wallet. The problem with Cardano right now, I don't know if it's a problem, but their issues is you cannot send Cardano from a brokerage or an exchange.
Yeah.
So if you send it from Coinbase or in your problem was Newton, or any of these, Coinberry, Binance, you cannot send Cardano to that wallet ID to purchase something because it will be lost.
Yeah.
It'll be gone.
They're not connected like that.
It's not connected.
And that's the thing. It's like the love-hate with Cardano. Like everyone talks about, they're going to take so much time. They take so much time to do what they're doing. And it's because they want to get it right. And we'll talk this will probably lead into like Hydra, which I don't know if you know about, but like they're trying to build it right. So right for this thing that doesn't exist. So it kind of leaves them behind, and you can only use the specific wallets. And I did not, and I know this and totally didn't forget because I panic bought because the timer was going down.
Yeah.
And like, I was like, shoot, I got like, I don't know, like 6 minutes or something, boom. And I just like was gone to do something else. And then right after I was just like, oh my gosh, I know what I did. This is ridiculous. And like, what are you supposed to do? Like share a screenshot of that you've moved. Like this is decentralized finance. This is cryptocurrency. There's no overseeing body that can be like, yeah, we'll just reverse that.
Yeah, there's no visa.
It's gone. There's nothing.
The transaction.
It's like, and they can say how could they essentially verify that I am who I am and that I did it? They can't.
No,
they can't.
That's a word of warning. if you send money or Cardano or any kind of
Cryptocurrency,
crypto,
yeah.
at least on Cardano is where we've experienced
Yeah, but
it.
this could happen in any other way. If you're dealing with someone if you're dealing with anyone, like if it's not a properly set up smart contract that'll initiate,
right.
You know what I mean? Like if you're just doing something like peer to peer, wallet to wallet with someone you don't really know, and if you don't have a smart contract in place, there's nothing to make them actually send you what they say they're going to.
100%.
Yeah.
That's why everyone wants to go through escrow services,
Yeah.
which can be scams as well. So,
Sure.
I mean, I stick to going through the actual website
Yeah.
or going through an actual legitimate like OpenSea or CNFT.io.
With information supplemented by the Discord.
Everything's verified. Like there's a check mark beside this name. Because again, I did the uninterested unicorn drop.
Yeah.
Do you know how many fake
Yeah.
ones were on OpenSea? On OpenSea, it's like unless you don't have that blue check mark, like you're verified.
Well, I was going to say, how do you verify the policy ID? Because like maybe you can talk about that. Because
we had someone got scammed on Cardano City.
Exactly.
He said he verified the policy ID. I wasn't there to confirm that he did it, so all I can do is base it on that he triple checked the policy ID.
Right.
But then he bought it, and as soon as it went to his wallet, he pulled it up, and it big red letters that said scam.
yeah,
So
it said fake or whatever?
Fake or scam or copy. I think it was copy.
Gotta sneeze, man. I was gonna pause, but 26 minutes. Gonna have to edit that out.
Don't worry about it. We'll leave it in. He
Nope.
sneezed. Sorry, folks.
All right.
So, anyways, he
get
bought
back
it.
to
He
it.
bought a copy, and as soon as he opened his NFT in Pool.pm or whatever, he
Yeah.
opened it up. It said copy. So he was quick thinking, and he just threw it back on the marketplace and hoped someone else bought it.
that's true. And he made money off
And
of
he
it.
made like $7, 7 Cardano or 75 Cardano or something
He
stupid.
did, which is crazy.
Which is unfortunate for the next person who bought it. So he
It's the-
escaped out of it.
Yeah.
You did not escape out of it.
Well, I
you
had no
basically
option.
sent $300 or what? How much was it?
Well, I wasn't gonna disclose that, but yeah,
Hey,
you got it like
eat
that.
your loss, man.
It was
It was a couple hundred, right?
It was 200.
Yeah.
Well, what are we talking about? ADA or whatever at the time?
At the time, how many?
Yeah,
ADA?
it was like 90.
90 ADA?
No, what would have been 70?
70. So
70.
it's not a chunk of it's
It
not
was 70 that was evaporated into the ether.
just gone.
And it's gone. And the thing is, it's not even like gone to it's
It's
just
just-
gone. It's not gone. It's not
the
like I
ones and
gave it to a
zeros got
person.
deleted.
Yeah, it's not like I gave it to a person. I actually would have been like, you know what, whatever. That developer has it, their project. It just evaporated because there's not that interoperability between certain wallets.
Yep.
Okay, but when we were talking there, it kind of reminded me of Hydra. Have you heard about Hydra?
I have not heard about Hydra. That's in the MCU universe.
I'm glad you brought that up. You're entirely right. You're on the right track.
Oh,
you totally
really?
are. Okay,
Red Skull.
Why
and
don't you? Yeah. What is Hydra to you?
To me, I hear Hydra and I think of the Captain America meme where there's all the Hail Hydra and they're in the elevator. There's that stupid meme where he tells dumb jokes and
That's
they all
hilarious.
beat him up.
Yeah. Yes.
But in honesty, it's all about Hydra is Red Skull and the whole army
Okay.
that is
But
in the
what
Captain
is
America.
the Hydra? A mythical creature.
Sure. That I don't pay attention
Oh, you didn't?
to.
Okay.
No. If you were to me that I hear Hydra and I think of that.
Well,
what
okay,
it
what
is.
do you know about Hydra? Like for Marvel, that you cut off one head and another will. Remember, Red Skull is like, you cannot kill Hydra. Like it, like will never die. Like you
cut off
destroy
one head of the snake.
and another grows back.
Right.
Yeah. Because Hydra is like a mythical being. Like it's a serpentine monster. Like it's like a snake kind of thing that has many heads. And you cut that off and it regrows.
Didn't pay attention, I guess, to the dialogue.
That's different from like.
Me just likes explosions. And
That's like based on like mythology or whatnot.
Yeah, no, I know.
But that being said, that same concept is what Cardano's using to achieve scale. So we've talked about this in the past because one thing is that all these projects, and by projects we're not talking NFT projects, we're talking cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin is a project, Ethereum's a project, Cardano's a project. All of these projects will become a victim of their own success. You know, like they'll get big, you know, like Ethereum. There's an example. What's the gas fees?
that's what's killing them right now.
They're a victim of their success. They're so popular. they're, like they're bad for the environment. There's storage issues. Like you can't even get onto the
If there's a public mint, good luck.
Right? You're paying like what did you see?
I think the unicorn one, at one point someone shared a screenshot and it was $24,000 of gas fee.
Yeah.
For $150 item.
So that doesn't make any sense. There's non-practical. So that's because everyone's trying to get on the main net, the main Ethereum blockchain.
It's just server backlog basically.
ERC20. But here's the thing. So Cardano could eventually, actually all blockchains will eventually get to that point, even if they are working with proof of stake over proof of work, which is what Cardano is going with. But, and so here's the thing. It's like, okay, so how do you help deal with that sort of congestion? Okay, well, there's proof of stake and whatnot, but also in terms of transactions per second, so we have smart contracts now. By the time this is released, actually now they're out there. I think September.
They are out there.
Yeah, they're out there. So smart contracts are in place on Cardano. That means there'll be more large, more substantial, more significant transactions happening. But just like everything in the world, most transactions that happen are people swapping NFTs that are small, not crazy substantial. And I'm talking substantial from a point of like infrastructure usage, because we want to be able to use, actually, you know what? Cardano has been adopted by Ethiopia to provide student IDs. I saw that in the news recently.
Really?
Yeah. So they'll each student will have a token.
So their NFT is their student ID.
Is their student ID. So because you got to think about developing countries,
amazing.
Right? So here's the thing. Developing countries are plagued by war, civil unrest, many different infrastructure issues. But like if you have like rolling brownouts like South Africa has, because they have infrastructure issues. Although China's starting to change that. Side topic, we won't go there.
No.
But like being able to have something immutable that's not tied to like a server in one school, you know what I mean?
Right.
Is important. So they're adopting Cardano for that. Now here's the thing. That's now tied to like IDs, like actual identification. So you can't have that like go down, but also that means there's going to be a lot of important transactions. It's not like passing a photo, a JPEG of a Derp Bird. You know what I mean? So
that's actual legitimate information.
Right, and that taxes the network more right now. So when Cardano gets large as much as it plans on being, there's going to be an issue of that kind of backlog. And like even though there's proof of stake, it's going to get slowed. Yeah. So what Cardano's solution is Hydra. Literally, that's what it's called, which is pretty sick. Yeah. It's basically if you're a developer, let's say you're Ethiopia administration of school or something. Let's just go with that. You could, let's say that you're going to be taxing the network because you have a whole country that's using this and you need to run like 100,000 transactions per second. TPS, that's the term, TPS, right? And right now, Cardano is without smart contracts, Cardano is doing 7 transactions a second. Of course, we've talked about this before. Visa does like 60,000. Cardano wants to get to 1 million transactions per second.
A second.
Which is crazy. Here's how they do it. They essentially take and this is from the developer side. This is the back end of things. Like, let's say you're the school board for Ethiopia. You're like, yeah, we know we need to do 100,000 transactions per second. They're developers, no problem. Cardano has the capability to use a layer 2 architecture, meaning there's the main net that stays the same, and then they kind of just duplicate it and make a closed, privatized duplication of the main net, and then they can run that there. And then in that, it's kind of like a side chain, a private side chain that's popped out, right? Yeah. And then through there, they can run that 100,000 transactions with no congestion, no traffic, right? And of course, it's proof of stake, so the costs stay low,
right?
And then they do that, and they can keep, and it has all the functionality of the main net, but it's a second layer, and they can take that and keep it there, and there's still verifiers because you can have stake pools on a Hydra head, and of course, stake pools are how we verify a transaction has gone through because you're staking, and that's the form of mining per se. You know what I mean? So if you have stake pools on a Hydra head, that means then you can verify your transactions. So it's like Cardano's essentially splitting itself into little versions of itself on demand based on network demand. Wow. And developers do this in the back end. So from the front end, it doesn't matter. And if you're like, well, what if these side chains get out of hand? They're all still connected. They're still linked to the main net. Yeah. So they can always be collapsed down to the main net and and that layer of authentication is still there.
Wow.
So that's the scale that they're providing. So then they're thinking, okay, so let's say you want to scale so that the whole world or a whole country is using Cardano, or like a massive corporation like Amazon, which is actually talking with Cardano. Like, that's crazy.
Wow. I didn't know.
So like, you got to think about that. That means that with Hydra, they can have instances of Hydra pop up all the time.
Yeah.
And they're thinking that there shouldn't be a limit to that. You know, it should be able to exponentially increase, which would mean theoretically they can get to 1 million transactions per second. And that's their plan.
Damn.
And you can have infrastructure in between the Hydra layer and the mainnet layer, which is layer 1, for like DEX, you know, like decentralized exchanges. And from that point, you can now like that same technology to allow it to connect back to main is how Cardano is planning to be able to connect to like other projects like Ethereum or like Solana or something else. So that's the thing. Like, that's coming soon. September 25th is like Cardano's summit, and we'll talk more about that.
Yeah,
but
that's
Hydra's
I keep hearing about the summit.
Yeah, I think we gotta listen to that.
Yeah, I guess we do.
Probably really should.
That's
like a week from now. So that was one thing, and I was like, holy crap! That's like, and it's Hydra, and it's Marvel, and it's Veve, and we're gonna buy some collectibles.
It's all connected.
Right? It's all connected. But yeah, that was like the big, like, holy crap, 1 million transactions, Hydra heads. From the front end, it'll look the same.
Yeah. So I guess Ethereum does the same thing, because I've seen like layers 2 and layers.
Exactly.
So now, okay. So, well, that, you know what? That explanation just made it more clear to me. I didn't understand.
And you know what's crazy? Think about like Cardano's logo with the like things, and then like the little circles going out. It makes me wonder, did Charles Hoskinson like know and like make it into the logos? If he did, that is friggin' genius. Yeah. Right? He knew.
We'll have to ask him one day.
Let's just tweet him. Be like, yo, is this logo the Hydra heads? And if he's like,
come be on our podcast.
Yeah, if he's like, if he was on the podcast, that would be crazy. Like, actually.
Anyways, one day we'll get there.
You know what? Good for you. That's the way to think about this. We should mint this podcast as an NFT too.
There you go right there. That's the beauty of this whole fucking world, is that you can literally, we could sell this. We don't even have to sell. We could mint this podcast as an NFT and give it out to people. And that's how they listen to it.
We will do that.
One day.
I honestly saw something about that somewhere, and then
Brendan Schaub did it with Fighter and the Kid podcast.
Oh,
I'd sent you that link a month ago or so, before we even started talking about
okay, because I'm like, do not check that link.
No, I briefly did it because I think it was back in like the early part of this year.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if he's still doing it, but I think he had done it.
Well, I guess the only thing is, what's the minting cut?
Well, it depends on what you did it on, right? Like, who knows? Like, I didn't delve super deep into it because
that's cool.
We weren't planning on talking about it.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
Yeah, he
put that in the hopper. Let's do that.
Yeah. Well, interesting enough, this week is I actually went on Twitter and I saw that there's this guy. I think it's a guy. It's Sam Katman Music, and
it's a cat. But
it's an NFT of a cat, so I assume. But he was basically saying it's a digital 2D singer-songwriter cat with a unique music.
Wait, it's a digital, so it's okay. You just keep going.
Yeah. Anyways, because I wanted to have some content for the podcast, it was buy my NFT. Yeah, and then you have a say in his projects and stuff and everything. So I sent him, what was it, 20 Cardano.
Nothing for you, Cardoggo boss.
Yeah. I got that bankroll now.
Right? You bankrolled for all this
stuff. The NFT, what's it in it for you right off the guy website? It's like, first off, number one is 50% of all future merchandise profits sold through the blockchain.
Really?
Divided by the entire group of holders.
Okay.
So, I mean, you're investing in the artist.
Yeah.
And if this guy becomes popular, I assume it's a guy, but if
This person. Well, it's a cat. But a cat.
Well, he does release music. He does have a single that when you sign up, you can get to listen to it on the Discord.
Okay.
And you get artwork. I did get an NFT. It was basically the CD cover.
Does it sound like a cat?
No, it's a sounds like a guy singing.
Okay.
But I don't want to misgender.
I know we're
the PC
I know
world.
I keep on trying to like ask about the gender, but I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm literally wondering if it's a cat or not. But
the NFT is of a cat with a guitar. That's the NFT.
Okay. All right, we're done. We're off that topic.
All right. Anyways, we'll see where it goes. You get a bunch of stuff. If you invest in the artist, that was the point I was bringing up.
No, I mean, we're off the topic of the cat's gender.
Oh,
the whole thing sounds great.
Okay,
I like it. I think it's really cool. I think it's what should be
up.
done. No, not a chance.
Okay. All right,
no, not a chance. We should do something like that when we have merch. My dad will buy it
for sure. Number 2.
Your dad's listened to this, right?
He has listened to it. He said he liked it.
Listener number 1.
There you go.
OG.
Continue?
Yeah, sorry.
All right. Number 2 was collaboration and input on merch selection. And then you get the HQ wave file of the single.
Okay.
And then input into future single releases. So he said he has about 13 songs already written and demoed.
Yeah.
And he'll let us listen. And if it's garbage, he'll just scrap it, he said.
Yeah.
If it's good, then he'll go. He's
That's
like, only
bad.
the best. So, I mean, and then exclusive freebies and offers, the good feeling of helping an artist, the even better feeling of helping an artist and making money continuously for as long as the project has wings.
You know what?
So, I mean, think about, this is where the whole, Napster and all that stuff back in the day. And now the artists can, independent SoundCloud rappers can now mint their albums as an NFT. And bypass the whole, and you want to be independent.
Yeah.
There's your independence.
But like, that's like the best way of creating community as an artist. As long as, so here's the thing. Imagine that guy. There's a I don't know. I was gonna say an adage, but it's not. It's kind of a theory. I forget who says it, but it's basically 1,000 true fans is all you need for like a level of success to. Because if you let's say you put out a project. Or you do something and you have 1,000 people buy it, that's enough scale to like make a dent. So if this
Sam Katman,
right?
Give a shout out for him.
Yeah,
go
Sam
follow
Katman.
and invest.
If Sam Katman has 1,000 people in the Discord or even 500 or whatever, that's community. Like if there are enough people that like it, what will be the incentive for them to stop? You know what I mean? They're always going to have that going. Yeah. They have merch. Like, if you know what I mean? Like, you put out some sweaters, 100 people buy your sweater. The sweater's like $30. That's money, right? Yeah. Like, so I don't know. I think that's pretty amazing. Like, artists, like, what Sam Katman is doing is literally pioneering. And that's what they should be doing, right?
Yep. And they're doing it on the Cardano network where, that's again, dope. You could do it on any of these. And here's the thing. There's a bunch of blockchains out there that we don't even know about.
Yeah.
We're not even talking about.
Yeah.
Like,
it's too much.
There was over the weekend. There was the Goobers drop.
Oh yeah,
we talked about that a bit before. Yeah. The guy that created CluCoin,
yes,
CLU coin,
yeah,
released an NFT, and there was like 10,000. I can't remember. I tried to get on in it and I missed it and everything. But anyways, doesn't matter. Yeah. They released it, and it seems like it was a huge success. And that was using. I think they were doing it on Ethereum, but he has his own coin and everything. So
right. So yeah, he could have just done it. Speaking of, actually, let's see, where was I at with this? Speaking of Twitter, people that you found, someone messaged me on Twitter, and who was the person? Callie Pangolinin or something told me about frogs in disguise. Like, did you hear about that? Did you see that?
No, I don't know what that is.
I think I meant to send it to you, but it looked good. I don't know how they found me. They're just like, I saw that you're doing NFTs. Check this out. But it looks pretty good. I think I meant to send this to you. I think I will jump in on this one. I'll updates on this later. You know what? They've got a decent roadmap. The frogs, the reason I brought it up because they look like goobers because they have like a round head or whatnot. Yeah. But I will bring it up. There's going to be 1,000 frogs.
When's it drop?
I don't know yet. I'm still.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. All good. Still trying to figure it out. 1,000 frogs, first drop, then 5, then there'll be more. But
that's great especially if you find a project like that and you like it.
Yeah, it looks.
There is thousands of those a day that come through as DMs on Discord and Twitter.
Right. Good point. Yeah.
Like there's so many. It's very like you're overwhelmed already trying to keep up with the drops and everything, and then you got to worry about check out this, check out that. Here, follow me, do that. It's a lot, and it's like you just get overwhelmed with so much stuff.
Let's buy the frogs and flip them. Just flip these frogs.
To be honest, all I'm trying to do is not get married to the idea of keeping all these NFTs.
That's true.
That's my problem. Is like
your portfolio moving,
and that's what the Cardoggo. I was like, I like it. I thought they were ugly. And I was like, why did I buy this? But then it went up in value. So I was like, you know what? I can't get... My goal is to just slowly start with flipping.
Yeah.
Minor little projects. So, Derp Bird, like in your situation, you just got a common. The floor is like... What did we pay for them? You did the transfer 44. Today. Yeah. 44.
Yeah.
Once it hit 88, you doubled your money. Flip it.
It's already at 80, though. It's like 79 right now. Yeah.
Once it hits your double mark or even hits 90, flip it. You're not married to it.
No, I'm not.
Right?
No,
and that's double your Cardano back. And that's my thing. I try and take my commons or uncommons. If I have a really super like legendary, rare or whatever, one that has a value, I'll keep it.
Hang on to that one for a bit.
Perfect example. One of the four horsemen, as you say.
Oh, man. I know exactly what you're going to talk about. This is huge. Go ahead.
So he jumped in on Claynation.
Are we allowed to talk about this person? Like, can we say their name?
I think he did give us permission. Let me just double check our...
Burns.
Oh, wait. He didn't want... No.
Oops.
No. So he said, bring me up if you want. I'm okay with it.
Okay. Burns.
Our buddy Burns... You can call him Mr. Burns.
Mr. Burns. Yeah, Mr. Burns. Yeah.
He got in on the Claynation.
The Claymates, man. Is it Claymates?
His, I think, is Claynation, and they do have Claymates as well.
Right. Okay.
I think it's two different things under the same umbrella, so to say. Nice. But I'm pretty sure he got Claynation. And that little bastard...
You're right. Yeah, it is Claynation.
That bastard struck... he got a pretty rare one.
That little bastard.
And here's the thing. He gave me a couple stats to throw out there for the podcast.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Clays are now the #1 project on CNFT. Yeah. They just passed Space Buds after 11 days on the market.
Yeah.
And
they look so cool, too.
Yeah, it's clay. It's like clay avatars.
Yeah, it's Claymation avatars.
It's not
like photos of them.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like somebody... Yeah, it's not someone drew on an iPad.
It's like you're watching... It's like a screenshot of Wallace and Gromit.
It's so dumb. But in the same sense, that lucky
That's exactly what it looks like.
He jumped... And what did it cost him? Like 20 or 40?
It was... The floor when he got it was really low.
So over the weekend, they took off.
Yeah.
And he kept reminding us, hey, the floor's 700. Oh, hey, boys, the floor's 900.
Yeah. We're like, okay.
Yeah, whatever.
Like, you did Cardoogos. You did Cardoggo. That's fine. 28 up to 800 to
20 to 275.
20, yeah, that's no big deal. Whatever.
I didn't do 20 to... So okay, his is rare.
Actually, his is pretty good, actually.
His is pretty damn rare. And he was offered over the weekend 5,500 Cardano plus a Space Bud. I think it was just a common one, which is now the second place biggest project out there.
Yeah.
And he turned that down. He also got offered 8,800 Cardano.
Woo.
To put that in perspective for people, 8,800 over Saturday and Sunday was the equivalent of like $26,000 Canadian.
Yeah, that's what it was, because it was three.
And he said, nah.
You know what? It was even more. It was like 20. Yeah, close to 30 grand.
Yeah, nah, I'm good.
And so that's the floor now. But his offers have been lowballed so far.
He has been lowballed, but he knows he's probably looking at like a 15,000 to 20,000 Cardano Claynation. He got
$15,000.
No.
Oh,
15,000 Cardano.
Oh, ADA? Okay. Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying.
So if it goes to $100 a coin, you do the math down the road.
So what do you think? Does he have diamond hands?
Way more. Mine are toilet paper.
Diamond balls.
Yeah, diamond balls. My hands are like made of
Your hands
one
are that
ply.
toilet paper that you get in public washrooms.
Yeah. You see
sneeze on
through.
it. Just like, it's
a little bit of wet.
You're like, this is so recycled.
You poke your ass when you're wiping with
Oh
thing. It's
my
so
gosh.
thin.
Yeah, this guy's like, what?
This guy's got Cottonelle towel toilet paper hands.
Yeah,
like
he really does. Yeah.
diamond hands.
Just straight towels. Okay. That's pretty good.
Would you turn that down? 8,800
That's
Cardano?
good. Let's think about that for a second. So his investment, do we know exactly what he bought it for?
I can't remember. I want to say it was
less low.
Than,
it was like 40, wasn't it?
Yeah, I want to say it was less than 50 Cardano.
Okay, let's say it was 40, and you're getting offers at 55,000 ADA.
No, 8,800.
8,800 ADA, which that was like, close to $30,000 Canadian dollars. And what you would have put in would have been like...
he bought Cardano
like
when it was $1.
Yeah,
so he spent $40. Potentially.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit more. But this is why you invest in crypto early.
But here's the thing. The offers that he was getting also came with other NFTs, like Space Buds and shit like that.
Yeah, the Space Bud was just like a random common one, but I mean,
it doesn't
still.
matter. It's Space Bud. It's like one of the, like, that project is huge.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. 24 hours can do a lot in this space. I think, you know what? I like to say that thinking about it, I would sell right away, but realistically, the first offers that you're going to get that kind of throw the kitchen sink at you are often the tire kickers, the early offers. And you know what? Oof, it's so hard because I like to think about it and say I would wait a day. But you know what? No, I would wait 24 hours. That's what I would do. If someone offered me something on Saturday, I'd be like, yeah, just give me a sec. I would wait 24 hours. I actually have a rule about that for a lot of shit that I do. So I'd wait 24 hours. Because at that point, if you're just waiting from Saturday to Sunday, you know what I mean? It's not crazy. And you know it's not going to dive. Like, you just look at this project and it looks cool. You can just tell it's going to be. So I would wait 24 hours. And then if 24 hours, it went from like 88 to like 10, I'd be selling at 10. So don't I'm not trying to say like I'm crazy diamond hands and like righteous or anything like that. I would probably wait 24 hours. And if the offer was still there, I'd still take it because that's profit, man. Like, that's 30K, or let's say it's 25K. Like, what are you going to do? Like, you know what I would do?
The tax man be coming knocking.
Well, yeah, capital gains. You got to pay taxes on that shit. That's too much to.
So we'll never say if he sells it or not.
This is not financial advice. None of this is. None of the episodes. This is all for educational purposes. And yeah, declare everything. And all these are capital gains. You got to pay taxes on this. Provincial tax, federal tax.
They coming for you.
They got two here in Canada. But I would probably, after 24 hours, if the offer was still there, I would sell. Because then from there, that's bankrolled your whole NFT operation, your crypto investing. I take some of that out, and I'd probably also buy my next motorcycle as well.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, the bike I want actually probably cost that much. But yeah, I would just spread that out and be very comfortable.
It's hard.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would have done. I probably would have sold.
Yeah, of course you would have. You sold once you doubled, you're like, I'm out. Which is nothing's wrong with that at all. Like, in all honesty, what did I get? Derp Birds? I'm selling that tomorrow, probably.
Yeah. Certain ones you just know.
I'm like, this one's gone. But
and for me, the
good.
5% royalties what sold it for me. I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
If it's true and I do get those royalties, let that thing sell 1,000 times over.
Yeah.
No, it's all money in my pocket
fine.
for doing
That's
nothing.
Good. No, that's a solid. I'm glad you brought that up. That's solid. I want to jump into before we wrap things up. I want to jump into a little bit about metaverse. And I don't even know much about this, but I feel like there should always be a metaverse topic. Earth 2.0 or Earth 2. Have you heard of this?
I have heard about it from a friend of ours.
Okay.
Who's not necessarily in the crypto and NFT world, but threw it our way because he's like, this is stupid here. Yeah. What is this nonsense?
It looks like a peanut.
Yeah. So what is Earth 2.2 or
Earth 2 is a metaverse space. What's cool is that what's so with like Decentraland and like
Sandbox
and
Crypto
S2
Voxel
and all these different ones, it's like some of them look like Minecraft or Roblox or something.
Crypto Voxels 100% looks like
Minecraft. Crypto Voxels, that's the one I was thinking about, and nothing's wrong with that. Like, they don't. No. It's completely
I look at
fine.
it as early stages.
Exactly. Earth 2 is a little different because it's like you're looking at it like Google, or it's like literally you're buying the plots on Earth, like Sorry, why am I struggling with this so much? It's basically you're buying real world land that's virtual. But the great thing that they've made it different is that the way you browse is through Google Maps. So when you're looking to buy, so you could go and like,
is there still plots of Earth?
Yeah.
Available?
So like if you're looking at it, as you zoom around and whatnot, like I can't remember the plot size or whatnot, but like you can buy any little plot in the Earth. Like you can go and get central, like Times Square or like your house or whatever, and then usually people like plant the flag and whatnot. But then you own that little digital NFT of the Google satellite view of Earth too, which is actually kind of cool. So here's the thing, it's really cool. You're buying plots that exist, which is awesome. What do you think about just even though we don't know, and it's not Google Earth, it uses Mapbox, which is a Google Earth competitor, but you know. What do you think, just having not known anything about the utility of something like this? How scalable it is? Like, what does this look like? Like,
well, my thing is okay, cool. I can look at a satellite image of my house and potentially buy it, but then what do I do with it? Yeah. Like, it's kind of like when you explain NFTs to people. It's like, well, what do you do with that now? Okay, I own this digital space on that one website. What can I do with it? Can you build on it? Can you, like, what is it? I don't understand it. I mean, it seems cool, but if I can zoom into my plot of land and then it's like, it looks like CryptoVoxel and now it's become like this metaverse, then I understand that.
Yeah.
You just get it's basically like your profile picture is a satellite image of your square.
Yeah.
Which I'm fine with, but I don't know. I saw it. I didn't look into it because I just quickly went on the website and looked at it, and I just didn't really understand it. Seems cool, but I don't know what the utility of it is.
Yeah, I don't know fully. I think there's gonna be some sort of a game, like where you like wage war or something.
So it's like
Risk, or you can mine the Earth or something like that.
Interesting.
Like, I don't know if it's gonna be.
Is there a roadmap?
That I haven't seen one. I don't know if it's gonna be based on like actual where, like, because if so, then it's like, okay, just go and mine where there's diamonds, and you're like, then it's wow. Then they just
recreate World War II,
right? I know. Then all of a sudden, like, Africa's getting pillaged again, or well, I keep on saying the wrong word, getting colonized in a digital sense. Wow, that's a can of worms to open up. We should not talk about that. But I feel like this is one I'd like to watch because it seems like this isn't exactly the Decentraland metaverse. Pixel blocks. What is that one called?
Cryptovoxels.
Yeah. I don't think it's the same sort of like immerse yourself, take your NFT with you, walk around wearing a skin and interact and go look at concerts and shit like that.
Yeah.
I think this one might be a different aspect. And I think there's room for this. Yeah. You know what I mean?
There's room for everything.
Yeah. I think it could be like the start of a different take on that, on this, which I think is kind of cool. So I'm going to keep an eye on that, learn a little bit more about it. And and I guess the only other meta cryptoversy thing is something that you brought up. I can't remember what it's called though, but you told me about it, and you're like, you can buy a taxi or something, and I was like,
Polka. Yeah, let me look it up.
Yeah, like you told me about it, and I was like, this is cool, but I didn't get to research it.
I had the Polka City. So you just opening up on their homepage, and they say the world's first 3D and AR NFT multi-chain platform and video game. And then in big letters, earn profits by owning virtual taxis, gas stations, and services.
What are those profits in?
That, I don't know. I'm just reading off the website. And it says now a multi-chain Ethereum and Binance platform. And I know it says exchanges, marketplace, bridge, buy assets. And I know I went on it quickly and just looked it up, and it was like certain things like Polka Gym, Lambo. You could buy a canoe, a chopper. You could buy billboards and like advertise on it. There's art, like it's just, there's a Citibank billboard, sports stadium, limos, hot dog stands.
If people are in there,
and I'm guessing,
they will buy. If their ads will work anywhere.
Hotel, you could buy a hotel. It was sold out, but it was 1.10800 POLCS, which I guess is their
token.
There's their token. So I don't know what that would cost.
Well, cool one to look in.
Yeah, I mean, shopping center, car rentals, taxi drones, barbershops, taxis, like Polka yacht.
I guess one thing I just realized is that in the metaverse, you're going to need to get around.
Yeah.
So
we're Ready Player One is coming.
You're going to have to be able to like get places. And if you can't afford a vehicle, you're going to have to pay something to move around.
Yeah.
But this is going to be nuts. Everything's so expensive.
Right now. What do you mean for so expensive? Like, I mean, you expecting to be able to afford a hotel in a metaverse right now?
No, what I mean for... Can you afford a hotel in the real
world? You can be Donald Trump of the metaverse?
No, you're like, relatively, it's cheap when you look at it. You just got to know which one is the right one. But I mean, I just think to myself, okay, well, I wonder what it's going to be if you need to move from one part of the world to another. I guess actually, if it's going to be on
teleport, like it's virtual.
Oh, Ready Player.
But that's what I'm just saying.
But here's the thing. Why would you... I figured that. I'm like, you could probably just say, I want to go to this room and show up there. But I'm like, well, why would you have a taxi? But you know what? We don't know enough about that. But who knows? Maybe you can teleport. But maybe there'll be places where you can't teleport to.
Maybe there's NPCs and they're using that's a non-player character for anyone that doesn't know. Maybe your taxi is earning, it's like traffic on the metaverse, and you're earning passive income on the NPCs going to the bank where they work every day.
Interesting. Who knows?
To be honest, who knows?
No, it's a good point.
It's such an early thing that I found, and there's obviously people invested in it and partaking in it already. Who knows?
It's cool. All right. Well, is there anything else you got going on?
We've got the Nomies CNFT.
Veve, maybe?
We got Veve every time we talk.
How can we not,
I love
though?
Veve.
Like it's like my crypto cherry was popped there.
Yep.
Okay, so I guess and we'll wrap it up I guess after this, but what was the news? We don't even know exactly how, but Veve is going to be able to be connected to ERC20, which is Ethereum. Like they're going to be able to go to
Veve stuff, collectibles will be on OpenSea at some point soon. Yes. I think in the next 2 weeks. They are migrating their back end stuff from I can't remember what the one they're migrating
their
from
chain
one
was like XDAI or something, but it was like
they're migrating from that over to Ethereum. Yeah. So theoretically, I guess everything's gonna be available eventually on OpenSea.
But if that's the case, then the comics, the collectibles,
we'd be making bank.
It should be. If they're opened up to everyone else, they don't even need that the money transfer license. Like it's just like going to OpenSea.
Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work. I guess the MTL money transfer license would be just for their app specific. Like maybe they withhold some stuff to go to OpenSea.
Yeah, well, they do have a wallet, actually. They have the economy wallet. I have it. Like, of course, you can't do anything with it unless you have OMI, which you can only buy. You can buy OMI on, like, certain platforms. There's, like, Bit4X or something. You can get OMI on it. But, like...
I've never done it.
I don't know how it's going to happen. But basically, we're excited because I think there's going to be a lot more eyeballs looking at...
I was just about to say.
Yeah.
Veve's going to get a lot more eyeballs. And here's the thing, in this month alone, like they have a comic drop, and I used to be able to get like 6-7 comics on a drop before it sold out. Yep. It is literally sold out. They've been changing their mint numbers. I think they're just testing everything out. Ooh. But literally, the last 3 drops, I've been able to get 1 comic because it sells out in the snap of like less than 30 seconds.
I got the last drop. The drop before that.
Is that the Kang?
The Kang one. I didn't even get it. It was gone in 15 seconds. Yeah, it was less than that.
Yeah,
and that's the only because I have at least a common of everything.
Yeah.
Oh shoot! I should check my rare. What did I buy? I bought something on air. Can you?
You bought the rare.
I've been waiting. The Marvels. The Marvels rare.
I've been waiting to bring this up. You told me not to show you until
right. I literally just remembered now. Because I was debating because go back and listen to episode 1. I bought it on the air. I think I bought it for 24 gems, which is $24 US.
25 gems. If I'm pretty sure.
No problem. I thought it was 20.
So you bought Marvel's number 1.
Yeah.
From 1994 is the digital comic that they released.
Cool.
You bought it at 25.
Yeah.
And here's the current value.
Okay, is it good? 87.
87,
is the
buddy.
Floor? Not bad.
Is the floor
Not
price.
Bad. What was my number? Yeah, not bad.
So you bought it for 25.
Yeah, not
and
bad
now
at all. That's going to go up.
Hopefully, I don't know what the license agreement with Marvel and Veve is. Like, if they migrate over to Ethereum and OpenSea's are we going to be able to sell our comics on Ethereum, or is it going to be a Veve Marvel?
We probably
app
can,
thing?
but we'll need to mint to the ERC.
Oh, you'll pay the gas fees to mint it.
There's going to be some sort of fee. But what did you say about the token being wrapped? Like, we don't know what that's like. We don't know what that means, right?
Well, it's just from the tweet that I saw, it was like they're migrating over, and it's going to be a WETH, which usually stands for a wrapped Ethereum.
Sorry, yeah.
Right? So you'll see that too for the folks that don't really know when it comes to crypto, is Ethereum has different things where it's like you wrap the coin.
Yeah.
I can't explain it right this second, but like that's just something we'll bring up in the near future with crypto, because I know right now
different layers.
We're definitely heavy on NFTs right now.
Yeah.
We'll probably do in the next couple episodes, we'll do a standalone, like if I want to buy something on Ethereum, here's step by step what I do. Here's
yeah, I'm down with that. Let's do
or that. How do I buy Bitcoin?
Yeah.
What's how do I store it offline? Is it safe to keep it in a brokerage? Do I need a wallet? All that kind of stuff. Because I mean, for me, I want people to leave this podcast going, you know what, I didn't understand, and I understand a little bit more.
Yeah.
Or hopefully we're not confusing you more, but I just we're doing this for fun. We're not trying to make money. We're not trying to do anything other than just shoot the shit about the crypto stuff and NFT stuff that we see.
Bankroll us to be able to keep doing that. Like, I'm not like cashing out unless I get an offer for
you want
10,000
donate
ADA.
here.
Yeah, I'll cash out some of that. But the double the Derp Bird, I'm not gonna pull that out and be like, oh, I got $100 and go nuts at where.
Might buy a new mic so we sound even better.
Winners, like,
even more beautiful.
You know what am I gonna do? So yeah. Anyways, I don't know. That's all I got for this week, Ryan. What
about you? I'm. That's it, man. Just download, listen, like, retweet, get your friends to listen. Hopefully, everyone enjoys this, and we'll keep doing it as long as people listen and enjoy it.
Nice. Hey, Dad, how's it going?
Yeah. Shout out to my dad.
I know, right? I guess that's it. All right, we're done.
All right, we're out. See you later.
NFGs.
NFGs.